viewers, welcome to the news with me ELGA from the second semester of Fakultas Sastra Universitas Methodist Indonesia. Let's watch today's news. Finding a job is often difficult for a young person today, but it will be easier if you follow these steps. First, you have to decide what kind of job you want. Think about what kind of work you like to do. You should talk to your friends and your family about it. You can also talk to some people with different kind of jobs. Next, you need to write a resume. This tells about your education and your earlier jobs. It should be carefully typed. Then, you are ready to start looking for a job. The job of a young doctor is not easy. Doctors often spend many hours with a patient. There are usually more patients waiting. So, doctors do not have much free time during the day. They often have to work all night in hospitals too. Or, they may have to go somewhere suddenly when someone is ill. A doctor's decision may mean life or death for the patient. Even when doctors are very tired, they have to think very carefully. The worst problem may be over when you find a good job, but you must think about keeping your job. You may lose it if you are not careful. Be sure you arrive at work on time every morning. You should not stop every hour for coffee, and you should not leave early too often. An important part of your job may be the way you work with other people. If you are difficult to work with, you may have trouble. Or you may have trouble if you do not make friends with the other people at your job. Remember these things if you want to keep your job. Galileo was one of the first modern scientists. He was born in Pisa, Italy in 1564. At first, he studied philosophy, but later he studied mathematics and astronomy. He was very interested in how the Earth and other planets move around the Sun. He found out many important facts about our world. He also started a new way of thinking in science. Before Galileo, scientists did not do experiments. They just guessed about how something happened. But Galileo was different. He did not just make guesses. He did experiments and watched to see what happened. Galileo is famous for his study of how things fall. He was the first person to do experiments about this problem. Before, people thought that heavy things always fell faster than light things. Galileo proved that this was not true. He took a heavy ball and a light ball and dropped them both from a high place. They fell at the same speed. This means that weight is not important. This is the law of falling bodies. It is an important law for understanding our world. The life of a scientist was not always easy in the 1500s. For example, Galileo had some trouble because of his scientific ideas. His ideas were not the same as the religious ideas at the time. Some religious people did not agree with him. During his whole life, he had to worry about this. He even went to prison for a while. But nothing could stop him from thinking. He continued to look for scientific answers. Okay, that concludes my news report. I would like to express my sincere thanks to my lecturer, Dr. Esran Ambarita SSM Hum, for the opportunity and guidance throughout this project. Thank you for your attention.